Hey everyone, I'm Brenton and welcome to Brenton's Question of the Week, questions that collectors think about but don't always ask. So last week's question, are you getting any of the sideshow announcements? So here are some of the responses from the community. Mark Pearson said, you lost me at Sideshow. They're decent with one-quarter comic characters, otherwise they don't exist. Mojo Potato said, I need to see more of the Weapon X and Spider-Man. The fastball special looks great. I may have to change up the look of my collection if I want to get them. Can't wait to see my wife's reaction on that. Knight said, I'm an XM boy, but every piece was a hit for me in 12 days of Sideshow. So thank you all for the great responses. And this week I've been thinking about how do you keep your collecting passion alive over time? So a lot of us have been long-time collectors, in one thing or another. But even as you start to collect, say, over a year, 2 years, how do you keep the passion alive to keep going? And what tips would you suggest for newer people coming into the hobby to keep that passion alive so they don't get burned out? And one thing I think I found that over time is to don't rush buying everything in your collection. Even if it's all out and on the secondary market, still take your time and space out purchases, because a lot of us have an idea of what we want our collection to be or look like, and then once we get that idea in our head, we just go all out trying to get everything we can as quickly as we can. And then, that's a quick way to get burned out, whether it's financially or just searching for pieces constantly, buying constantly, getting stuff in constantly. It just becomes too much, I think. So, my advice to new or old collectors would be to just space things out over time. There's no need to rush, and the stuff's always available. Okay, whether it's on the secondary market or it's up for PO, you'll be able to find something if you can't even get it immediately. All right, it'll be there. If you have to pay a little more, it's not the end of the world, or you can be patient and see if you can find deals at some point. Just because it's the one you find doesn't mean you have to buy that one if you don't feel like the price is right or is at a place where you feel like its value is there. So if you see a piece and it's, the asking price is way above what you value that piece at, you don't have to get it. Wait, another one will come along. There's always other ones coming along, and, you can find a better deal then. Because if you jump on that initial price, you may find that, that's when the next one pops up that's significantly cheaper, and then you're kind of kicking yourself. So, to keep the passion alive and keep you interested and in the game for the long term, I think you have to go about this hobby slowly. There's no rushing whatsoever in this hobby. And the cost of pieces, slow is always better. So thank you for watching. Please feel free to answer in the comments and come back next week to hear what other collectors had to say and for another hard-hitting question.